For the 2026 model year, Toyota has made one of the biggest changes the RAV4 lineup has ever seen. The traditional gasoline-only engine has been removed completely. From now on, anyone shopping for a brand new RAV4 will have to choose an electrified powertrain. The cheaper entry-level version without hybrid assistance is no longer available. That decision also pushes the price higher. Depending on the trim level, buyers could pay close to $4,000 more than they would have for the previous model. So while the latest RAV4 brings more technology and improved efficiency, it also demands a noticeably larger investment. But there is another detail that deserves even closer attention. At the time of this recording, the 2026 RAV4 has not yet completed independent testing from the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. No detailed crash test results or official safety award has been announced for this model year. That does not suggest the vehicle is unsafe. It simply means its performance has not yet been independently verified by that organization. While Toyota is still waiting for those results, 3 of its strongest rivals have already earned the Top Safety Pick Award for 2026. That achievement carries even more weight because the testing requirements became stricter this year, and that is exactly what made me take a much closer look at the competition. I ignored the rumors, computer-generated concepts, and imaginary renderings spreading across the internet. Every vehicle included here is supported by information that has been officially confirmed by its manufacturer. After examining the available specifications, 4 SUVs stood out as genuine alternatives with enough strengths to challenge the RAV4. The vehicle in the number 1 position is especially compelling. Kia revealed its pricing only 7 days ago, and it comes in below the Toyota while offering twice the warranty coverage. Current RAV4 owners are probably happy with their vehicles, and they have every reason to be. But someone shopping today for an SUV they plan to keep for the next 10 years does not need exaggerated promises. They need reliable figures, straightforward comparisons, and an honest assessment without unnecessary hype. That is why this video follows one simple rule. Every claim comes directly from automakers, official organizations, or consumer reports. Whenever a detail has not been confirmed, I will say so clearly instead of pretending the answer is already known. And when long-term dependability matters more to you than unnecessary gadgets, support the video by tapping the like button. This ranking is not focused only on SUVs that look impressive on paper. It prioritizes vehicles that can remain practical, affordable, and sensible throughout years of ownership. Still, the RAV4 deserves credit for what it does well. It remains one of the most complete compact SUVs on the market. Its starting price sits near $35,000, while combined fuel economy is approximately 44 miles per gallon, delivering that level of efficiency while remaining versatile, easy to live with, and mechanically proven is not something every competitor can achieve. Toyota has been developing hybrid vehicles for nearly 3 decades, and that experience is obvious in the way the RAV4 operates. So when I say these 4 SUVs could outperform it in certain areas, I am not suggesting the Toyota has suddenly become a poor choice. What has changed is the competition. After controlling this segment for years, the RAV4 now faces several rivals that are strong enough to challenge its position instead of simply following behind. If you enjoy content about cars, technology, innovation, and smarter choices for buying better, take a moment to subscribe to the channel. We are very close to reaching 1,000 subscribers, and every new subscriber helps this project keep growing. Here, you will find videos made to show what is truly worth it in the automotive world, with no fluff, no hidden advertising, and always focused on useful information for anyone who wants to avoid bad buying decisions. So, if this content helped you in any way, subscribe now, turn on the notification bell, and follow the next videos. Your subscription may seem simple, but it makes a huge difference for the channel. Thank you for being part of this journey toward 1,000 subscribers. Taking the 4th position is the 2027 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Subaru unveiled it in April and also confirmed that a hybrid wilderness version is on the way. One of its biggest advantages becomes obvious as soon as you look at the standard equipment. All-wheel drive is included across the entire lineup. Buyers do not need to select a higher trim, add an optional package, or pay an extra fee to get power sent to all 4 wheels. Toyota, by comparison, charges roughly $1,300 to equip the RAV4 with all-wheel drive. The Forester uses a hybrid powertrain producing 194 horsepower. It also comes with the newest version of Subaru's EyeSight driver assistance system. This technology does more than warn the driver when it detects a potentially dangerous situation. When necessary, it can also provide steering assistance to help reduce the risk of a collision. However, the strongest reason it earns a place on this list is its proven safety performance. The Forester received the Top Safety Pick Plus award for the 2026 model year. This was not a one-time achievement, either. For nearly 2 decades, the Forester has consistently delivered strong results in independent safety evaluations. Consumer Reports also ranked Subaru as the best overall automotive brand for the second year in a row. That recognition suggests the company is doing more than building vehicles with strong occupant protection. It also reflects the consistency, overall quality, and dependability found throughout much of the Subaru lineup. Still, the Forester Hybrid comes with an important compromise. Its official combined fuel economy is around 35 miles per gallon. The Toyota RAV4 Hybrid, meanwhile, delivers closer to 44 miles per gallon. That difference may not feel dramatic after one visit to the gas station, but it becomes much more noticeable over several years of ownership. For drivers who cover a lot of distance, the Subaru could require a considerably larger fuel budget over time. Some reviewers have also reported that matching Subaru's official efficiency figures can be difficult in everyday conditions. During normal mixed driving, real-world results have occasionally fallen below 34 miles per gallon. For anyone living in an area with frequent snow, regularly traveling on rough roads, or prioritizing a vehicle with a long and well-documented safety record, the Forester Hybrid deserves serious consideration. On the other hand, drivers covering more than 20,000 miles each year will benefit much more from the Toyota's stronger fuel economy. Under those conditions, the RAV4 will usually remain the more affordable vehicle to operate over the long term. The third spot goes to the Honda CR-V Hybrid. Before looking at what it offers, though, there is one important detail to clarify. Honda has not yet released the official specifications for the 2027 model year. For now, the 2026 version is the best reference, and the next model is expected to continue without major mechanical changes. A refreshed version is almost certainly coming. Honda already revealed the full details of the 2027 HR-V in April, yet the next CR-V still has no confirmed specification sheet. Until the manufacturer publishes verified information, there is no reason to fill the gaps with made-up numbers. The current CR-V Hybrid produces a combined 204 horsepower. The Sport Hybrid trim starts at roughly $39,000, while its official combined fuel economy is close to 40 miles per gallon. But neither of those figures is the main reason it earns a place in this ranking. Its real advantage is comfort. Rear seat passengers get more legroom than they will find in many competing SUVs. The cabin also blocks out road noise more effectively than the RAV4, while the suspension smooths over broken pavement instead of sending every bump directly through the seats. That kind of difference is difficult to appreciate from a comparison chart. After 4 or 5 hours on the road to visit family, however, it becomes impossible to ignore. By the third hour, your back can already tell whether the seats and suspension were designed properly. That is when genuine long-distance comfort starts to matter. Honda has also kept the controls refreshingly simple. Temperature and fan speed can still be adjusted with physical rotary knobs. Drivers can locate them by touch without searching through multiple screens or taking their eyes off the road for too long. That may sound like a small detail now, but it becomes much more important when we reach the vehicle in first place. The CR-V is not without weaknesses. In the updated frontal crash evaluation, which places greater emphasis on protecting rear seat occupants, it received an acceptable rating. Not good, but acceptable. For anyone who regularly carries children, relatives, or other passengers in the back, that result deserves careful consideration. The fuel economy figure also needs context. The 40 mile per gallon estimate applies only to the front-wheel drive model. Choosing all-wheel drive lowers the official combined rating to roughly 37 miles per gallon. Before moving to the SUV in second place, the Hyundai Tucson also deserves a mention. Many people probably expected it to appear on this list. Several images of a more angular future Tucson are already circulating online, but they are not official photographs. They are computer-generated renderings created by independent designers. Hyundai has only confirmed that the next generation will be introduced in South Korea first, with versions for other markets arriving later. At this stage, there is no verified pricing, no confirmed fuel economy figure, and no official safety result for the model that will eventually reach American dealerships. The next Tucson could easily become one of the strongest SUVs in the segment. But until Hyundai confirms the exact version that will be sold in the United States, including its specifications and pricing, adding it to this comparison would be premature and misleading. The number 2 position belongs to the 2027 Mazda CX-5 Hybrid. This is no longer based on speculation or unofficial reports. Mazda has confirmed the vehicle directly through its own website, and the project appears to be far more significant than a simple update. The most important development is the hybrid powertrain itself. Mazda is not borrowing a complete system from another automaker. Instead, the company is creating the entire setup in-house. That marks a major departure from the current CX-50 hybrid, which relies on hybrid technology supplied by Toyota. With the next CX-5, Mazda is taking full control of the engineering process and developing its electrified powertrain from the ground up. That new system will be installed in the redesigned CX-5 body introduced for the 2026 model year. The SUV is now longer, creating additional rear seat room and more usable cargo space. Mazda has also improved sound insulation, which should make highway trips quieter and less tiring. But there is another area where Mazda continues to outperform many mainstream competitors: interior quality. Step out of a well-equipped RAV4 priced near $47,000 and immediately sit inside a similarly equipped Mazda. The difference becomes noticeable almost at once. Inside the CX-5, the materials, switchgear, and overall assembly often create the impression of a vehicle costing at least $10,000 more. Yet Mazda usually avoids charging the large premium commonly associated with luxury brands. That ability to combine an upscale atmosphere with a relatively attainable price is one of the main reasons this SUV is so appealing. The outgoing CX-5 also brings an impressive reliability history. Consumer Reports gave the previous generation strong dependability scores for 11 consecutive years. This is not a reputation built from only 2 or 3 successful model years. It reflects more than a decade of consistent performance. Very few compact SUVs can point to such a stable long-term record. So why does the Mazda stop at number 2 instead of taking the top position? Because several critical details remain unanswered. Mazda has not yet revealed the hybrid system's total output, official fuel economy, or final starting price. The company has not confirmed an exact arrival date, either. There is also one recent development that deserves caution. In the latest Consumer Reports reliability ranking, Mazda dropped to 14th place. Most of that decline came from weaker results among some of the brand's larger SUVs. That does not mean the upcoming CX-5 will experience the same problems. Still, it makes long-term predictions less certain than they might have been a few years ago. At this stage, choosing the new CX-5 hybrid means trusting Mazda's engineering ability. On paper, it should deliver a refined interior, generous passenger space, and a strong equipment list without carrying the price of a true luxury SUV. However, buyers must remember that this hybrid system will be entering its first production year. Someone who replaces a vehicle every few years may be comfortable accepting that uncertainty. But for a buyer planning to keep the same SUV for 10 years or longer, caution becomes much more important. A completely new mechanical platform almost always brings more unanswered questions than a system that has already proven itself across several model years. Taking the number 1 position is the 2027 Kia Sportage Hybrid. Kia officially announced its pricing on July 20th, and with destination charges included, the entry-level version starts at roughly $32,000. That places it below the Toyota RAV4, which begins closer to $35,000, but price alone is not what puts the Kia at the top of this ranking. Its most meaningful improvement is much easier to overlook. Several mid-level trims are once again available with front-wheel drive. That may sound like a minor configuration change, but it has a major effect on efficiency. In front-wheel drive form, the Sportage Hybrid returns approximately 42 miles per gallon combined. Choosing all-wheel drive lowers that figure to around 35 miles per gallon. In previous versions, moving up to a better-equipped trim often meant being forced into all-wheel drive. A buyer who only wanted heated seats and a few additional comfort features also had to accept higher fuel consumption. For the 2027 model year, Kia finally allows customers to make those decisions separately. The hybrid system produces 231 horsepower and is paired with a conventional 6-speed automatic transmission. Kia does not use a continuously variable transmission in this model. Anyone who has driven up a long incline with a continuously variable unit probably recognizes the experience. The engine speed rises and then remains high for an extended period. The Sportage behaves differently. Its transmission moves through clearly defined gears, giving it a more traditional and, for many drivers, more natural feeling from behind the wheel. Warranty coverage is another major advantage. The powertrain is protected for 10 years or 100,000 miles. The hybrid components and battery are also covered for 10 years. Toyota, by comparison, provides 5 years or 60,000 miles of coverage for its conventional powertrain. For buyers who want to reduce the financial uncertainty of long-term ownership, that difference is difficult to ignore. The Sportage also arrives with strong safety credentials. The 2026 model earned the Top Safety Pick Plus award. The current generation RAV4 has not yet received an equivalent distinction because it has not completed the full set of independent evaluations. Still, an honest comparison cannot focus only on the positives. The Kia also has weaknesses that buyers should understand before making a decision. Consumer Reports currently gives it a predicted reliability score of just 49 out of 100. Toyota performs considerably better in the same category. For someone planning to keep an SUV for 12 years or longer, that gap deserves serious thought. A long warranty can help reduce the cost of a covered repair, but it does not promise that problems will never appear. It protects your budget when something needs attention. It does not replace the confidence that comes from a powertrain with a long and well-established reliability record. The other concern involves the climate control interface. The Sportage does not use traditional physical knobs that remain permanently assigned to the most important functions. Instead, Kia installs a touch-sensitive control panel that switches between the climate system and the audio controls. The same dial can therefore perform different tasks depending on which mode is active. At one moment, it controls the audio volume. After changing the display mode, it becomes the driver's side temperature adjustment. The layout looks modern, but it may require more concentration while driving. That is why sitting inside a Sportage and testing this system before placing an order is essential. Try raising the cabin temperature and then changing the radio station without looking down. When the process already feels irritating after only a few minutes at the dealership, there is little reason to believe it will become more enjoyable after years of daily use. That drawback is not enough to remove the Sportage from consideration. It simply means you should spend real time testing the vehicle before committing to it. Now let us be completely honest about the final decision. When resale value matters more than anything else, the Toyota RAV4 is still likely to be the smartest choice. Very few compact SUVs hold their value as consistently as a Toyota. That conclusion is not based on brand loyalty or personal preference. It is supported by what actually happens in the used car market. The RAV4 also remains highly competitive for drivers who want strong fuel economy without giving up all-wheel drive. It has another meaningful advantage for buyers who prefer hybrid technology that has been refined over nearly 3 decades. In both areas, Toyota still has experience that should not be overlooked. So the RAV4 did not suddenly become a poor vehicle. What has changed is its value proposition. The price has gone up, the least expensive version has disappeared, and the newest generation still does not have a complete set of published results from an independent safety organization. The real shift is not that Toyota has become weaker. It is that the competition has become much stronger. The Forester, CR-V, CX-5, and Sportage now offer enough genuine advantages to prevent the RAV4 from winning by default. After years of dominating this category, comparing several alternatives before buying is no longer just an extra precaution. It has become one of the most useful steps in finding the SUV that truly fits your priorities. Now I want to hear from you. Do you already own a RAV4? When the time comes to replace it, would you seriously consider another brand, or does Toyota remain the only choice you fully trust? Leave your honest answer in the comments. I have shown you the strengths and weaknesses of every model without hiding the uncomfortable details, so I would like the same honesty from you. When this comparison helped you understand the differences between these SUVs, support the video by tapping the like button. It may also help another buyer facing the same decision find this information before spending their money. And when you are tired of channels presenting computer-generated images as confirmed new vehicles, subscribe and turn on notifications. As soon as Honda releases the official details for the 2027 CR-V, you will find a complete breakdown here based only on verified information. Thank you for watching, and drive safely.